Hello, everybody, and a good Monday morning to you. My name's Don Arleth, and you're watching World News, coming to you live from Warsaw. Support for Germany's far right surged in local elections in the country's most populous state on Sunday, according to early estimates. The outcome sends a warning to conservative Chancellor Friedrich Merz's 4-month-old national coalition with Social Democrats.
As polls close in the municipal vote across North Rhine-Westphalia, Germany's most populous state, early forecasts indicate a victory for Chancellor Friedrich Merz's center-right party. But the far-right Alternative for Germany also has reasons to celebrate. Merz's CDU is set to take around 34% of the vote, followed by center-left SPD with 22.5% and the far-right AfD with 16.5%. Over 3 times more since the last municipal elections, emphasized Alice Weidel, leader of the AfD party.
A huge success. According to initial projections, the AfD's result in North Rhine-Westphalia has tripled. Heartfelt thanks to all campaigners and to our voters.
Sunday's polls marked the first local election since Chancellor Friedrich Merz took office in May, serving as an early test for his uneasy coalition with the SPD.
The economy has not been growing since 2019. We have gone down during the pandemic. It's been not really good afterwards. So that is a strong point, and of course also migration is an important point in this, and the AfD is really making progress because of that.
The AfD has made historic gains in recent years, emerging as the second strongest political force at the national level. While its core support remains concentrated in eastern Germany, the party now is aiming to capitalize on a broader rightward shift in western states.
In a post on his social media platform on Sunday, U.S. President Donald Trump once again said he's willing to impose sanctions on Russia if NATO stops buying Russian oil.
NATO has to get together, Europe has to get together and do it. Look, Europe they're my friends, but they're buying oil from Russia. So we can't be expected to be the only ones that are, full bore. But Europe is buying oil from Russia. I don't want them to buy oil. And the sanctions that they're putting on are not tough enough. And I'm willing to do sanctions, but they're going to have to toughen up their sanctions commensurate with what I'm doing. I thought this was going to be an easy one for me, but this has turned out to be tough. The hatred between Zelenskyy and Putin is unfathomable.
You still believe that they will talk? That they will have a...
I don't know. I think I'm going to have to do all the talking. They hate each other.
When do you think that will take place?
I don't know. Relatively soon.
Has any of the NATO...
We're going to get it worked out one way or the other, but relatively soon.
Has any of the NATO...
They hate each other so much they can't breathe. So I'm going to have to get involved.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy said on Sunday night that the best sanctions on Russia are airstrikes on its oil refineries, terminals, and depots. In his nighttime address, Zelenskyy said that so far, Ukrainian drone strikes have significantly impacted Russia's oil industry, limiting its capacity to support Kremlin's war effort.
Найбільш ефективні санкції, які діють найшвидше. Це вогонь на російських нафтових заводах, на їхніх терміналах, нафтобазах. Суттєво обмежили російську нафтову галузь. І це суттєво обмежує війну. Російська війна – це фактично функція нафти, функція газу, усіх інших російських енергоресурсів. Дякую спецпризначенцям Служби безпеки України, які днями дуже якісно відпрацювали по Приморську. Найбільший нафтовий термінал Росії на Балтійському морі. Є суттєві пошкодження, все перевірено.
Romania has summoned Russia's ambassador in Bucharest after a Russian drone violated its airspace on September 13th. According to a statement from the Romanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the incident is considered an unacceptable and irresponsible act and a clear violation of Romania's sovereignty. The country's Ministry of National Defense revealed on Sunday that when drones were spotted, the pilots received authorization to shoot down the target, but the movements when they had direct contact they were assisted with collateral risks and to shoot down the target. But the movements, when they were directed, had contact, they assisted collateral risks and decided not to open fire. The Bucharest delivered strong protest, warning that repeated incursions risk escalating tensions and increasing threats to regional security. Romanian officials demanded that Moscow take immediate measures to prevent future violations. Earlier this week, Poland also reported that 21 Russian drones had breached its airspace, underscoring the growing pressure on NATO's eastern flank. Romania, like Poland, has stressed that it remains in permanent contact with its allies and EU partners as security situation along the Black Sea and beyond continues to deteriorate. On Sunday evening, EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas condemned the Russian drone violation of Romanian airspace, posting to social media that Kallas has called the incursion a reckless escalation and stated the EU stands in solidarity with Romania. After Russia's drone incursion into Polish airspace, NATO allies are stepping up defense along its eastern flank. These 3 Rafale fighter jets sent by France have already begun patrols over Poland, deploying as part of NATO's mission. The latest move in the area is bolstering the defense measures comes from the Czech Republic.
3 Czech helicopters arrived in Poland today to strengthen the airspace protection of the eastern border of our close ally. They will head to their final destination in the next few hours. We will inform you after their arrival. Our pilots will begin protecting Polish airspace in the near future.
Estonia is planning to allocate over $117 million to military aid to Ukraine in 2026. Estonian Defense Minister Hanno Pevkur announced during his recent visit to Kyiv. The official emphasized that his country would continue to provide the war-torn country with targeted support. According to the minister, Estonia will be allocating 0.25% of its GDP to aid for Ukraine. Tallinn will also continue training Ukrainian troops and is supporting IT solutions in the defense sector. Estonia has been among Kyiv's staunchest supporters since the start of the full-scale Russian invasion, offering humanitarian, developmental, and military assistance. Since February of 2022, Estonia has supplied over $500 million in military aid to Ukraine, making it one of Kyiv's top military supporters relative to GDP. Poland's foreign minister has accused Moscow of deliberately testing NATO's resolve. Speaking after last week's drone incursion into Polish airspace, Radosław Sikorski said that the Kremlin was probing the West's reactions. And as Sikorski explained to The Guardian, Ukraine's perspective on drone warfare puts Poland's experience into context.
Interestingly, they were all duds, which suggests to me that Russia tried to test us without starting a war. The drones didn't reach their targets and there was a minor damage to property, nobody was hurt. If it happened in Ukraine, by Ukrainian definitions, that would be regarded as a 100% success.
Tens of thousands of people protested on Sunday in the Turkish capital against the court case scheduled for Monday that could remove the head of the main opposition party. The case follows detentions of over 500 people, including 17 mayors in the past year, including Istanbul mayor and the Turkish president's main rival, Ekrem İmamoğlu. Crowds gathered in Ankara chanted for President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's resignation while waving Turkish flags and banners of opposition parties. During the rally, the Republic Party leader, Özgür Özel, said that the government is attempting to cling to power by undermining democratic norms and cracking down on dissent. Özel also called for snap general elections, saying that the case against his party is purely political and the proceedings are a coup against the future president. On Sunday, Poland's Podlasie region, proud of its vast farmland, celebrated the harvest festival, known as Dożynki. People flocked to the village of Mały Płock to thank farmers for their hard work. As per tradition, rural women's associations participated or prepared intricate harvest wreaths and many delicious dishes. Natalia Komorov was there and has this next report.
As summer is coming to an end, it's time for the harvest festival, Dożynki in Polish. All across Poland, Dożynki or harvest festivals begin in the same way. A holy mass is followed by a procession called korowód. During the procession, communities from the region present their harvest wreaths. The creativity and hard work get rewarded. There is a contest for the most beautiful wreath.
For us, it's the recognition of our effort and hard work. Work which is really indescribably hard. Since June, we met daily or every other day and worked on it bit by bit.
After the procession, an official blessing of bread takes place, and then it's time to get the party started. Farmers, artisans, rural women associations open their stands. Here one can enjoy fresh, traditional local food.
We prepared our regional dishes that we make every day. For example, there's potato sausage, there's also potato pie, kibinai, stuffed cabbage rolls, baked cheeses, cepelinai, shakotis. What else do we have here? We have angel wings and yeast cakes. We've got pretzels with cheese, herbal tea, mama's love potion. Come and taste some.
Zapraszamy do spróbowania. Another popular tradition, witacze dożynkowe. Literally, it translates as a greeter, but in this context, the witacz is a hay bale sculpture, usually set up near the main road to greet visitors who enter the village.
I really like harvest festivals. It's an opportunity to spend time with family, something for old and the young. The weather isn't great, but it doesn't seem to bother anyone too much.
Meeting people, this tradition, seeing it all, it's beautiful, wonderful. There's really a lot going on. It's worth coming to something like this, exchanging experiences, everything is just wonderful.
As people of Mały Płock were celebrating their bountiful harvest, the rain came to foreshadow the upcoming autumn. From Mały Płock for TVP World, Natalia Komarow.
And that concludes this edition of World News. Thanks for joining us and stay with us for more here on TVP World.